Hi soulmates, I welcome you all back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to cut an alternate Victorian corset with a front lacing bar and a collar. If you're new here, you're highly welcome to my YouTube channel. And to my non-subscribers, thank you guys for your support. So let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So right here, I have my normal basic block. As you can see, from the upper part, I came down by 5 inches, okay? I came down by 5 inches and I have my bust line, my under bust line, my waistline and my top length, and here is my shoulder line. So on my shoulder line, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2, I have 8. And from that 8, I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. And from the 1 inches, I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. So next, I'll go ahead and connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole. Okay, from my shoulder slope down to my armhole, this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and measure from my shoulder down to my armhole. What I have there is 9 inches. I'll chalk it down here also. Then I'll go ahead and draw out a straight line. This line right here is my chest line. This is my chest line. Okay, so next, I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into 2. I have 4. So from that 4, I'll come in by 0.5. This is the 0.5. Then I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. And this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and divide my bust circumference into 4. Then I'll connect it to my armhole this way. This is my armhole curve. Okay. After that, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4. So I'll chalk it down from my bust line down to my top length. Okay. So I'll rule out a straight line. And this is what I have. So next, on my under bust, I'll go ahead and chalk down 1 inches on both sides. I repeat the same process on my waistline and also on my top length. After that, I will add a straight line from my under bust down to my top length on both sides, and this is what I have. If you're very busty, go ahead and use 1.5 inches on both sides. So next, I'll go ahead and connect from my under bust to my bust point this way. Okay, and this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down my neck width. I'll be making use of neck width 3.5 inches. I'll chalk it down. And from that point, I'll connect it down to my shoulder slope, and this is what I have. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure from my neck width to my shoulder slope that I have there is 5 inches. I'll get the midpoint and I'll connect it down to my bust point this way. I'll be making use of a shoulder dart. Okay, this is for my shoulder dart. So now I'll go ahead and take out 2 inches from my shoulder. This is the 2 inches, and I'll connect it down to my bust line this way. So this part is going, and this is my shoulder dart. Okay. So next, from my bust line, I'll come down by 1 inches and I'll go ahead and connect it this way to my neck width. Okay, so this is what I have. After that, from my neck width, I'll go ahead and chop down 2 inches. I'll come in by 2 inches and I'll connect it to my armhole. Okay, go ahead and blend this part and connect it to your armhole. Okay, so this is what I have. This is for the outer neck effect. So next, I'll go ahead and impute the circumference of my body. My bust divided by 4. I'll measure out the data that I have here. What I have here is 0.75 and I'll replace it back. Okay, so I'll check it down. On my underbust divided by 4 plus my 2 inches that I'll check it down. My waist divided by 4 plus my 2 inches that I'll check it down. On my top length, I'll be making use of my hip circumference divided by 4 plus my 2 inches that I'll check it down. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them together this way. So from my waistline, I'll make use of a curve ruler, and this is what I have. Okay, so next, for my side dart, from my bust line, I'll come down by 1 inches, and from this point, I'll come in by 1 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect them together. To get your side dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist of your front and shoulder to waist of your back. Okay, so my own difference is 1 inches. So next, from the side of my top length, I'll come down by 2 inches and I'll connect it this way. And from this side, I'll come down by 1 inches and I'll go ahead and curve it out this way. This is the shape at the down part, and this is what I have. Okay, so now I want to snatch my waist. I want minus 4 inches from my waist. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of this side. This is the midpoint. Then I'll roll out a straight line from my top length to my armhole. Okay, I want to minus 4 inches from my waist. So on this part, I'll go ahead and minus 1 inches from this part. So on both sides of my waist, I'll be coming out on both sides by 1 inches this way. Then I'll connect it to the upper part this way. Then down to my top length. And this is what I have. Okay. So this is my 1 inches. Okay. I took out 1 inches from the side of my top. Okay. So I'm done doing that. Next, for the extension towards the back. Okay. For the extension towards the back, I'll go ahead and come up by 4 inches. Okay. This is a 4 inches. This part will go towards my back side. Okay. And I'll measure out my 2 inches here also. Then I'll go ahead and connect it down to my neckline. This way. And this is what I have. Okay. This is what I have. So next, from this point, I'll come in by 2.5 inches. You can use 3 inches depending on how wide you want your collar to be. Okay. So here I use 2 inches, 2.5 inches, sorry. Then I'll go ahead and connect it this way. Okay. Then blend it in, and this is what we have. If you want your collar to be a bit bigger, you can go ahead and use 3 inches on that part. Okay, so this is what I have on this side, guys. This is all for the pattern drafting. So let's go ahead and cut it out. Just watch the way I'm cutting it out. Okay. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Subscribe, like, comment, and also share for more videos. Okay. And this is what I have over here. I'll still come back for this part for my lacing bar. Let's cut it out first. Okay. Just watch what I am doing. Cut out your darts. And this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. This part, go ahead and blend it in. Use your pin and hold it down. Okay, make sure you use your pin to hold it down. So on this part, for our lacing bar, I'll come in by 0.5. I don't want it to be too open. This is the front side, so I'll come in by 0.5 this way. Then I'll chuck it down from this upper part down to my top length, and this is what I have. So this part, I'll be adding my eyelet. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and cut out this other part. Okay, so let's do that, guys. Cut it out, and this is what we have, guys. Okay, so this is our front pattern. As you can see, this is what we have. While cutting out my fabric, I'll be adding 0.5 seam allowance round. Okay, I'll add 0.5 seam allowance round while cutting out my fabric. Okay, so let's go over to the back pattern, guys. Let's go back to the back pattern. So here is my back pattern. I'm gonna have to chop down my normal basic block. I have my chest line, my waist, and my top length. So next, I'll come in by 4 inches. That is half of my nipple to nipple measurement. Then I'll connect from my chest line down to my top length, and this is what I have. So on my waistline, I'll come out on both sides by 0.5. Then I'll connect it to my chest line this way. On both sides of my waistline, I came out by 0.5. Then I'll connect it down to my top length. So after I'm done doing that, next I'll go ahead and chop down the circumference of my bust. My bust divided by 4, I will chuck it down. My waist divided by 4, I will chuck it down plus my 1 inches that I'll go ahead and replace it back. On my top length, I'll be using my hip circumference divided by 4 and I will chuck it down. After that, I'll connect them this way. Remember, for my back pattern, my shoulder to waist of my back is 16 inches, okay? My shoulder to waist of my back is 16 inches. I took out 1 inches from the side of my front. So for my back, I'll be making use of 16 inches for my shoulder to waist, okay? So now I'll go ahead and snatch my waist, like I'm minusing 1 inches from this side. Same thing I did on the front pattern, okay? It came out on both sides by point 0.5. Connect it to the upper side this way, then down to my top length, okay? And this is what I have. So next, for my lacing bar, from my chest line, I'll come in by 2 inches, okay? I'll come in by 2 inches. Then on my top length, I'll come in by 1 inches. And I'll go ahead and connect them this way. I want it to be slanted at the back side, okay? This is where I'm inserting my eyelet. So this is what I have, okay? So now from the side of my top length, that's from this side, I'll come down by 2 inches. 2 inches, okay? Connect it this way. Then I'll go ahead and connect it, like I'll curve it down this way. And this is what I have, okay? So guys, this is all for my back pattern drafting. This is what I have. So right now I'll go ahead and cut it out, okay? Just what I'm doing. Cut out this part, it's not needed, okay? Cut out my dart, and this is what I have. So guys, this is all for the pattern drafting, okay? Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share for more videos. Please guys, subscribe, okay? See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.